I'm seeing people making videos and talking about Terrence Crawford ducking. But their favorite fight is Tank, and they ain't talking about that. They ain't talking about the facts. The facts is the facts, right? No knock on Tank, but this is the facts. The truth, what's going on. When you said that, well, Tank is network promotion free agent. He should have did everything in his power to make the Devin Haney fight. Why not?
So as you can see, Blue Blood is back pushing a lie. Blue Blood Haney is back pushing a lie that Gervonta Davis is ducking Devin Haney, or that he ducked Devin Haney. And the first lie that he tried to use to back that up was saying that Tank was a network and promotional free agent, which is a lie, and he knows that. Tank is a promotional free agent. He has no promotion that he signed to. But his network is still Showtime. That has not changed. Unlike Devin Haney, who before the George Kambosos fight was really a network and promotional free agent. So he had his right to choose wherever he wanted to go. And he chose to go fight George Kambosos. Why didn't he go to Showtime and call Gervonta Tank Davis's bluff? Go to Showtime and show people that he's chasing them down and that he really wants to fight. He was a free agent, for real, a real free agent. Why was it on Tank? Devin has been calling Tank out. He could have chased him down. He could have followed him to Showtime and showed everybody, look, I'm chasing this dude. I'm at Showtime now, and he's still not fighting. Why he ain't do that? This is a different era of boxing, where the belts don't have the same prestige that they used to have, because there's so many belts and everybody has one. What matters now is the names that you beat, the names on your resume. So why did he go fight George Kambosos instead of going to Showtime and try to fight Tank and call his bluff? I took a poll last night and I asked y'all, if you were a fighter, which of these accolades would be more meaningful to your legacy? Beating Gervonta Tank Davis or beating George Kambosos? And out of about 100 people, 86% said beating Gervonta Davis. And I agree with that, because that's the era of boxing that we're in. And you got fighters like Stanionis, who just came out on Chicken Talk a couple days ago. Shout out to Chicken Talk, and back that up. He said, I'm not worried about the belts I'm not worried about the belts, really. I'm worried about beating the big names. So why did Devin go and fight George Kambosos when he was a free agent and could have chased Tank down and caught his bluff for the world to see if Tank was really a duck? Then he could have showed Tank was really a duck if he did that.
Dog said, now watch this now. Stupid is contagious. He said Haney had a rematch with Kambosos and Lomachenko on the table. The fight wasn't happening. Says who? Bob Arum said he would have liked to make the Tank Davis fight happen. You know how I know? Because I talked to Bob Arum. This is something like you don't. Also, Bob Arum didn't want to make the second Lomachenko Kambosos fight. He had no interest in it. And they would have put up some sort of step aside money and something to have George Kambosos relax until they fought if Gervonta Tank Davis was on the table. And as far as Lomachenko goes, he didn't even sign a contract right now to fight Lomachenko. So what are you talking about? So let's say that was the case with Kambosos. Well, right now, Devin Haney is still free. And Tank Davis is free.
And Shakur Stevenson is free, and he's on the same promotion as your favorite fighter, Devin Haney. But we ain't going to get into that. I'm going to talk about the other lie you talked about in that video, or in that clip. You keep saying that Bob told you that he doesn't want to make that Bob didn't want to make the Kambosos rematch. Well, that wasn't Bob's choice. He could have offered Kambosos $100 million if he wanted to step aside. But if he didn't want to take it and he wanted to activate his rematch clause, which was in the contract, he could do that because it's in the contract and you can't break that. No matter how much money you offered him, it's his decision. And from the end of the fight, he made it clear, from the very end of the fight, he made it clear that he was going to enact his rematch clause. So stop pushing this lie that they could have just moved Kambosos out the way. It's a lie. Every time you bring this up, you say, there was ways around it. And you never give no facts to that. You give hypotheticals. They could have gave Kambosos money, and Kambosos could have turned it down. So what are you talking about, man? Like, come on. And he keep lying to y'all, and I want to just help y'all have some common sense, and I want y'all to ask yourselves this. You feel me? Devin Haney could get out of a rematch that was in his contract with George Kambosos, but he can't get out of a fight with Lomachenko to fight Shakur Stevenson because Bob wants it, even though it's not in his contract. Like, make sense of that, y'all. Like, use common sense, man. Don't let these people lie to y'all like this. This is sad.
Because he's the one that said he wanted to fight Devin Haney next, right? He said publicly, I want to fight Devin Haney next, right?
And this is what he's basing calling Tank a duck off. That he said he wanted to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney been calling Tank out for years, and they still ain't fought. So that makes him a duck, right? And he was a free agent to go where he wanted before Tank. So that makes him a duck, right? By your standards, by what you saying. And the part he keeps bringing up about Tank calling Devin Haney out, that was during fight week for the Rolly Romero fight with Brian Custer.
Like, come on. So if you win, you said all that. If you win, I'm not out my contract. Let's make the fight happen. Since you want to talk crazy, let's do that. I want to fight you if you win, Devin Haney.
And that ain't the only person he called out. Because when he got to the ring, before he even fought Rolly, he looked out the ring and called Ryan Garcia out. He said, "You next," before the fight even started. And that ain't the only time he did it, because what he do right after he knocked Rolly that ass the fuck out? He went right back to the corner and told him again, "You next." So he caught out two people. And who does he have a fight lined up with in the near future? One of those two people. And this is where they'll say, well, Ryan Garcia hasn't accomplished anything. He hasn't fought anybody. He should fight Devin Haney. Am I tripping? Or was Ryan Garcia considered one of the Four Kings when they were doing the Four Kings shit? Am I tripping? Or was it Tank, Ryan, Devin Haney, and Teofimo? That's who it was, right? And none of them fought each other. This is the first time that a fight is going to happen from them Four Kings. And because he's about to fight Tank, people are trying to downplay Ryan Garcia's skill and talent. Ryan Garcia is a dangerous fight for Tank. Very dangerous fight. No matter what, yeah, I think he a clown just like everybody else. But that boy, I'm realistic. That boy can fight, man. He's a dangerous fighter. Can he beat Tank? No, I don't think so. But is he dangerous? Yeah, of course. And he's ranked top 5 by ESPN at 140 pounds right now. Ryan Garcia is ranked higher than Teofimo Lopez, who Devin Haney is trying hard as shit to fight, even though Teofimo hasn't looked great in his last 2 fights, or his last 2 fights since losing to Kambosos. And that's who Devin Haney's trying to fight. And look at Devin Haney's record. His last 6 fights. Who on Devin Haney's record will Ryan Garcia not stop? And be real.
And then he told you, when these big fights was on the table, I'm following the blueprint right? Like Shakur told you. He said he's following the blueprint that Floyd Mayweather laid out, and it didn't include calling out the big names. He said, I didn't call them out. I didn't tell Floyd to make the fights. Chris Rob Media TV.
That's a fact. He said he hasn't called out anybody, and that's true. There's very few fighters that Tank has came out and called out post-fight or in an interview or anything. I think he called out Tevin Farmer, he called out Lomachenko, and he called out probably somebody else. Well, I know Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, he called them out too. But other than that, he don't make call-outs. He does it publicly, but he never went to Floyd or whoever and told him to make the fight. But at the same time, Coach Calvin and Tank have told us time and time again they haven't turned down any contract that has come across their desk. That is not ducking. How can you be a duck if a contract never hits your desk? This whole thing started from Blue Bud getting in his feelings about people calling Terrence Crawford a duck for backing out of negotiations with Errol Spence and going to fight the David dude. Whatever his name is, I don't know him. Going to fight him, that dude. That's not the same as what Gervonta Tank Davis is going through with Devin Haney. At all. A better example is Shakur Stevenson sending contracts to Williams Zepeda and Pitbull Cruz and them turning it down. Nobody has ever sent Gervonta Tank Davis a contract and he turned it down. That's like calling somebody a rat without the paperwork. You can't call nobody a rat if you don't got the paperwork. So how you gonna call Tank a duck if a contract never hit his desk? Like, come on, man, this is nasty. And this is the whole reason I even made my YouTube channel, or started my YouTube channel up. Because I grew up a Floyd Mayweather fan, and I watched him get discredited and lied on at every turn. And I've been seeing, the thing that made me want to do this is I've been seeing the same shit, the same exact thing happen to Gervonta Davis. And I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it go down because I know what I'm seeing. Y'all can tell me Devin Haney is this special fighter all y'all want. It's not meeting the eye test. When I watch Gervonta Davis, it's something special there. And I'm here to combat any hate that comes his way. Any hate and lies that y'all throw on Gervonta Davis, I'm coming back and exposing it as a lie. But that's what I got, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm out.